Alright, here we go. Check this out. This guy is on eBay right now for sale from the shop here. This is a 5, I don't know if you can see them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 4CX 250B low drive amp. So 5 250Bs RMS, you figure about $1,000. This one's doing, well, 1200. This was doing a little over 12 RMS. Banging $2,000 on PEP. So I'm going to show you this thing. It's got, nobody really can tell me who made it. All it says on it is amateur transmitter. If there's somebody out there that can tell me the manufacturer of this thing, I'd be grateful. It's got some pretty cool features though for a ceramic tube amp. First of all, right now I've got it set for full tilt boogie. Everything's tuned, and I've got it sitting far away from it. You'll notice my we're doing many things at once right here. Here's the black DAC that's getting ready to get some tubes put in it. And this one's going to have a 3900 HP chassis. There's a chassis in there. And he's going to have a 26LF6 final on this one. But anyway, so right now this thing's set for full tilt boogie. We're on a 5,000 watt scale. $200 watt dead key. And look, 2,500 watts of swing. Now that's with everything on high. Now here's where it gets cool. So it has, you know, most amplifiers have your typical high-low power switch. This guy's got a power adjust, kind of like some of the mobile amps, where it's adjustable. But this one actually works. Let me see. Let's set it. I've got to calibrate this dial. So all the way down. It's 0. So let's take it. No, it's 8. So let's take it halfway up. That's about halfway up. Now we haven't retuned anything, and this is the cool thing about this amplifier. Now, about 1,500, and the carrier also once again comes down, and it's fully variable. I've got them so far apart it's hard to show you. Just take it all the way down. Boom. Not. It gets we can turn it down more than that. That's 1,500. Now we'll just a little bit more. Yeah, there's 1,000. That took us down to an even 1,000. So now if we turn the amp all the way down, I've never ran it all the way down. Let's see what it does. Geez, like a 50 watt dead key. And still swinging 1,000 turned all the way down. Now, also, depending on your radio, if you have, you know, variable power, we give it a little more dead key. It gives a little more carrier. A little more swing, 1,500. Now that's all PEP. This is a super nice box. It's for sale on eBay right now. It's got 5 really good match DMAC tubes in it. All the lights work. The one thing I will tell you the truth, this meter is a little flaky. The high voltage one works great. Other than that, everything on this amp functions beautifully. You see the blower in there taking care of them 5 4CX 250B tubes. Now something else, this is a 110 box. Let's crank this dude all the way back up. I'm going to crank that all the way up. I'm going to crank this all the way up. Now that's a 4 watt carrier, about 35 watts of PEP swing going into this thing. And that's going to give us 1,000 to 2,500. I like to run the box myself. I don't even got enough hands. I like to run the box myself with a low carrier. The cool thing about this box is when you take it all the way down, Now we're down to a 200 watt carrier. The cool thing about this box is when you take it down, unlike most amplifiers, it doesn't get the wind tunnel noise. But now I run the carrier all the way down and the amp tuned to full tilt boogie, and we get audio. 200 watt carrier. 2250 watts of swing. Look, if you can't get it done in DX land with that. Now you'll notice I'm keying this thing and keying this thing and keying this thing. This is a nice thing about ceramic tubes, guys. These aren't, a lot of you guys get an amplifier and it's got the glass tubes in it, the little bitty skinny tall glass tubes. Those are sweep tubes. And for those of you who don't know what a sweep tube is, back in the day a TV had a tube called a sweep tube. Its sole purpose in life was to make a whole bunch of voltage to light up that big glass screen you were watching on TV. So guys like us figured out how to turn them into amplifiers because they work, but they're not clean. They're dirty. They get hot. And they're not very efficient. In order to dump 2200 watts out of a glass tube amp, I mean, even with like 8950s, or even if you get lucky enough to have some M2057s, you're still talking 14 tubes, 18 tubes, to realistically bang it as smooth as these 5 tubes do. Now, my point to start and tell you all that about the tubes is these tubes are commercial broadcast tubes, okay? These tubes are made to amplify RF, period. They're clean, they're stable, they're rugged, and what you don't realize is, when you're listening to the radio, that thing's that station runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's using tubes like this. The only difference between their transmitters and what we're doing with these tubes is the power supply. Most guys can't afford to build a 100% duty cycle power supply that's going to rail 3,000 volts 24/7. That's an expensive piece of power supply. So, we do our intermittent service. So, our little wannabe power supplies work just fine. Don't get me wrong. For, non-commercial grade stuff, this is a pretty heavy duty piece. The deal on this one is it's old, it's rare, it uses quality finals. It's been well built. We've been through the entire box. I've been through the entire box. The air variables have been reconditioned. The bias and RF input combiner has been rebuilt. It's actually a coil that got rewound. The up and down, the power control, that's been redone. Sideband delay, that's been redone. Keying circuit's been redone. This amplifier has been gone through. It's an everyday talker. I talk on this thing every day until my wife tells me to turn it down, and then I still talk on it every day. I just only bang a kilowatt instead of 2200. It's a nice box, guys. And the price is not out of line. There's 5 4CX 250B tubes in here. You can sit here and do whatever you want to do for a good long time. I'm pretty sure this amplifier is going to outlive whoever buys it. It's on eBay right now for a starting bid of $1,750. Buy it now for $2,400. And, of course, anything you buy from 409 Radios comes with a little bit of service. If you got a problem, we'll take care of you. But if you buy this piece, you're a collector. You're probably more of a collector than you are an everyday guy talking on the radio. But if you're an everyday, and that's the thing about this piece, though, if you are an everyday guy who just wants to sit there and knock their teeth out all day long, every day, you can do it with this box. I do. So this box is up for sale. It needs a good home. Somebody needs to pony up and give this thing a home, put it on the air, and let it do what whoever built it, let it do what it was meant to do. I'll tell you one thing, I've never not gotten answered on this dude. I'm in Illinois and I've gotten, crazy DX with this amp. So, super nice, guys. And the other thing, the sideband, I didn't explain that. This doesn't have a sideband switch like you guys are used to seeing, sideband off and on. This is a variable, you'll notice it says AM SSB. As you turn this up, the delay on the relay gets longer. So, if you don't like the delay time, some guys say, it chatters a little bit on sideband. Well, reach over there and turn the damn thing up on this amp, and you can get rid of your chatter. Something else. You don't need 100 watts to drive this thing. This is a low drive amp. Okay, these are not triodes, they're tetrodes. And there's a difference. Triodes need power to drive them. Tetrodes don't. Um, this family of tubes, you're talking like the 150B, 250B, 250R, 350B, 400A, 800. All those will use the same 8-pin octal socket and pretty much the same power supply, but the amperage supply ratings are different when you get into the 400 and 800 tubes. This one's got nice, simple 250Bs. They don't suck the life out of your house. I mean, you know, this whole time we're doing this, none of my lights are dimming crazy. Everybody's watching TV. I'm pretty sure my son's upstairs on the internet doing his thing. And I'm sitting down here banging 2200 watts and everybody's happy. So go to eBay, check this thing out. It's listed as linear amplifier 5x4 CX250B. We will not ship it. This is a pickup only item due to the fact that, you know, I don't want, it's 130 pounds, number one. Number two, I don't want Jimmy John in the back of the UPS truck bouncing this thing all over the place. If you're going to spend this kind of money, you need to find a way to securely transport it to your domain. Let's just put it that way. This is not going to be shipped. So, and I don't care how much you pay for it. We will not ship this amplifier. It's in too good a shape. It's lived too long and managed to not be torqued. But something else, the transformers in this thing, those are old school oil-filled transformers, which is why the darn thing's so heavy. But they are excellent as far as just talking and talking and talking and talking. If you're a ratchet jaw, if you want a ratchet jaw 2200 PEP, get your wallet out and go to eBay. All right, stay safe, everybody. 7-3s. Keep your eyes out for the videos that are going to be coming up on this. We're finally starting to do some more videos. This one's just got its face with the first couple of coats refinished. We're going to letter this guy soon, put the 200 watt final in it, and it'll be a DAC9 solid state transceiver, tube type transmitter combination. That's the way DAC built it. We're just going to build it that way, only better. So keep your eyes out for that. The media is going to start ramping up again now that we're catching some stuff up. So take care, guys. Stay safe. 7-3s. We'll see you.